Okay, nice. So let me just start by saying that your episode gave me anxiety. I was
Oh,
like,
sorry about that.
no, it was like really, it was really interesting to see you in the whale carcass. It was very insanely scary. Did you have any reservations about doing it?
For sure. Yeah. We had the idea for this story, this concept, this special, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I had some reservations early on. How safe is this thing going to be? We have to manufacture this in a way that is not going to risk my life. We also don't want to hurt the shark too, because we want the shark to bite this thing. So yeah, until I actually, saw with my own two eyes, held it, touched it, got into it, I was a little worried, but it ended up working out really well. And yeah, there was a couple of sketchy moments, but overall it was, really amazing platform for doing what we need to do.
Yeah. So did you have, I mean, that is a scary, like kind of like you're putting your life on the line. Did you have anybody close to you or friends or family that tried to talk you out of doing it?
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely people, close to me, my family, domestic life were a little worried about it. They always are. I mean, every year when in general, like, I don't do just Shark Week. I mean, that's a big part of what I do, but I also just do research on sharks and marine research in general, scuba diving, traveling around the world, wild animals, deep water, all that stuff. So, I mean, they're always a little bit sketched out by that, but they also understand that that's not going to stop me. But I always try and surround myself with people who are like very smart in terms of safety. And Shark Week is no different. We have the best medics, the best operations people, production companies, fixers in the game. So nobody tried to talk me out of it, but there was definitely some concern.
And just that as there should be, right? You like doing something that most people like be fearful of even getting into the water, knowing there's a shark anywhere, let alone being that close. It was really intense to watch the blood spilling out that part. What were your thoughts when the 18-foot white shark swam up?
Oh, that was just insane. It was just crazy how powerful that shark was, really. Like, wow. It was a dream come true. I've never seen a shark that big in person. And I've seen thousands of sharks, over the years, over 10 years. So yeah, I mean, that's a dream encounter. It was with us all day. I got to observe it from underwater, and without a cage, and then obviously right next to me in the decoy and to tag it. It was just truly, one of the coolest experiences of my life.
Yeah. Well, was there anything else that you have that's going to be similar like that coming up that you might want to try to get that close to any particular species, whether it be shark or any kind of other animals you want to try that with?
Yeah, well, I mean, being in some sort of protective capsule or cage, it's really designed for white sharks because they're the most dangerous to humans, and obviously they eat mammals, things that look like us. So we got to be careful with white sharks, but I generally like to be outside of the cage with sharks because, it's usually pretty safe. Or if we're tagging them from boats or something like that. So yeah, I mean, I'm always all about new technologies. That's like a huge thing for me, is trying to bring new cameras, new camera technologies into the mix. And hopefully we can, continue to do that moving forward.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. This was one of the cooler episodes. Again, like I said, I had anxiety, but it was a good anxiety, like seeing you like come out and everything was very successful. And I think that we all have this really big stigma that sharks are very, very dangerous. I mean, they can be, but they're also really interesting to watch, especially once you learn them and their mannerisms. So thank you so much for putting your life on the line for us to really get to see that really cool experience.
My pleasure. Happy Shark Week, Chalice.